What's going on, Meta fam? Welcome into today's video. We got some updates for you, and we're going to touch back on something that happened a few days ago. We need to bring up to light as well. So, thank you to everyone again that's following me. We are approaching 5,500 followers. We are getting there. So, if you're not following me on Twitter, go follow me at TerryZ247. Thank you to everyone that's followed me. All right, this is huge, guys. This is like breaking news right here. Huge shout out here to Barney. This post here that says, guys, I finally received a call back from the SEC in regards to MMTLP. This gives me hope going into next week. Hope this leaves you with some too. Hashtag FINRA fraud. Thank you, Barney, for this post. And let's listen to this voicemail I got now. It does have the phone number here, so I know there's people comment like, oh man, this voicemail is going to be blown up. But hey, do what you got to do to get your story and message out there. So you can see here it says Washington, D.C., December 16th, 2022 at 6:02 p.m. This video has over 46,000 likes over here on Twitter. So let's listen to this voicemail that Barney received.
Stephen, my name is Tony. I'm calling from the Securities and Exchange Commission. I apologize for not returning your call earlier this week. We have indeed received your inquiry, and you are not alone. There are several hundred others that have reached out to us regarding MMTLP. I don't have information for you at this point, but I would ask you to be patient, and I'm hoping to be in touch next week with some information. If you have an immediate need to call us back, please do reach out to our office. That's 202-551-3302. Thank you.
Okay, so there you go.
Stephen, my name is Tony.
They also give the number there as well. You can call the SEC direct. So they are very well what's going on here, guys. They are going to be investigating what's going on. Keep in mind, all this was already approved, and this was kind of done last second when they realized that too many hands are in the cookie jar, to say the least. There's not enough seats left on the bus. The bus is basically full for NextBridge, and there's a lot of people needing to squeeze on this bus. Couple key things here of this. SEC there reminds us that they're very aware of this. There's been a few hundred people that they have been getting messages from, so we are getting spotlight on the SEC to investigate this FINRA fraud and everything's going on. All right, want to touch base on this story I came across here. I'm just going to go over what he has posted. I have reached out to him. He's going to do what he has to do in his back end. After he hears back from certain I guess you want to say legal people on what he needs to do. This is a very sad situation, so I just want to draw attention to it and see if anyone else has had this happen to their brokerage. After he speaks with legal, he'll see about what he can send me and things like that. So I definitely suggest that, yeah, consult legal before you want to say anything. I just want to spread the story out here of what's going on because it's really sad, and we need to let people, be aware of this. And I'm going to use my platform to get this gentleman's story out here of how he got robbed by his brokerage. So he says, how do I get his Canadian broker to return my shares? They have illegally sold them without my permission. Have plenty of documentation. Also, how do we shareholders deal with apparent illegal actions by FINRA? FINRA fraud. It wasn't delisted. It was a spinoff 1-for-1. Here he posted his chat. I believe this was with, we'll scroll down here in the chat, but I believe it was Simple Wealth, as I believe, who was the brokerage in Canada. He says, my MMTLP shares are missing from my account. The chat replied back, MMTLP was delisted. Because it was delisted, your shares are automatically sold off. Wow. As we know, of course, that is a complete lie. People down here commenting, showing their sympathy, which is exactly what we need to do in this situation. There it is. Wealth Simple. He replied back, which broker? And he said Wealth Simple. So this brokerage was selling people shares at the close. Now, I checked my two brokerages, TradeStation and Fidelity. All my stuff's still in there. It just has that QSIP number in there, but everything is still showing. So I know this is the first time I heard that a brokerage sold someone's shares. I'm assuming that they sold it at the close price. Is my guess is probably what they sold it at. But we'll see what other information he can give us after he speaks with legal counsel and possibly attorneys and things like that to get this situation straightened out. They should be required to get him his shares back. That's just horrible. So hopefully we get more information on this down the road to keep this story out there. John Berta here says, this is awesome. Can I use it? We got to give a shout out here to Marduk. That's right. He has this post here about the fair markets, fairmarketsnow.org. And he made this post here, MMTLP, making markets transparent, legitimate, and principled. Guys, that is fantastic. So, yes, I got to like that and retweet it. So, I think I did retweet the John Berta one there. Here you can see this person here was posting, and he commented back to that. So, great awareness there. All right, touching base here on this post. I did cover it before, but I just got to bring it back to light for everyone because they need to just be aware. There's a lot of new investors in this, and there's people learning about what's going on, so we need to draw their attention. And John Berta here, this interview he had of Al from Boston, this is a clip from that. And Midwestern Investor has this clip that says, John Berta lays down the truth on TRCH being shorted and what we're all dealing with in MMTLP. We have concrete proof of the manipulation done by FINRA and many others. We are just in the next chapter, and we will figure this out. And there's the link to the whole interview. Like I said, you can get this off my page at TerryZ247. You can get this at Midwestern Investor, Mr._Midwestern on Twitter as well. Let's listen to what John Berta has in this clip here for us.
Particular situation, I think we're so close to the sun on this one. I mean, I have to think that they, the SEC and FINRA have been meeting about this the last few days and trying to figure this out because it's a big deal. And to get it out into the public, and if people realize what happened when for years they said this stuff doesn't happen, that's a real problem for them.
Exactly.
It's a real problem. So
Absolutely.
I don't know how they're going to solve this problem. I just know it's not over. And I think I think we're just in the next chapter and we're going to figure this out. So, I have the movie rights to this story. Just want to let you know that. So, but no, I'm joking. In this particular situation.
All right. So there's John Berta. He says he has the movie rights to this situation. He does say he's just kidding. But yeah, we want to draw awareness to our situation. We're not going away. Hashtag FINRA fraud. We're not going anywhere. We're going to get this known until this gets resolved. And not only for MMTLP guys, but you had this now for COSM, AMC, GME, possibly now CEI, and hundreds of other stocks across the NASDAQ that, great companies need to get on the markets to get, create value, and they need to raise money to grow the business. But these shorts, illegal synthetic naked shorts, are not letting companies do that. They're driving them out of business, and it's not fair. This is not a free and fair market. As you can see up here in the backdrop, MMTLP, hashtag FINRA fraud, fighting for a free and fair market. Short sellers must close their position. That's what we're fighting for, guys. A free and fair market. That's all we want. You want to be a short? That's fine. Short it. But you have to do it properly. You have to be just like everyone else and trade properly and legally. Hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash thumbs up, drop a comment down below, and I will catch you all next video, guys. Peace.